Alright guys, what's going on? Hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day. In this video, we're going to be talking about when is the Metaplanet bottom, right? So in the past 1 month, you can see Metaplanet stock has been an absolute dreadful performer, right? But if you zoom out and you take a look, actually over the past 6 months, it's still done really well, right? Year to date, it's up like what, 200%. 250%. But obviously, a lot of people bought somewhere here because that was where the hype is. And then now people are sitting in losses, right? So in this video, I'm going to be talking about if Metaplanet stock is dead and what is causing it to go down and also what might cause it to rebound, right? So the first thing we have to note is this is the first week that Metaplanet has not purchased any BTC in the past like 7 or 8 weeks, right? So that accumulated in a very steep 18 or 19% drop in the stock just in 1 day, right? But you can see even today it's rebounding 9%, right? So what's the lesson here? The lesson here is this is a very volatile stock, right? And actually I wanted to make this video yesterday when the stock was down like 16%, but I didn't manage to do it because I was quite busy, because I was going to say, is this a Metaplanet bottom, right? And in my opinion, there are few signs pointing towards that, right? So number one, if you take a look at the sentiment on X, right? There's a lot of very negative sentiment. Right? Obviously, Adam Livingston is just shit posting, but if you take a look at a lot of the Metaplanet madness, right? I've seen a lot of people posting, okay, why did I buy Metaplanet stock? Metaplanet stock is the worst mistake I've ever made, right? So a lot of these people are actually people that bought at like 12, 13 or even higher dollars, right? Because they are mostly US investors. I haven't seen any Japanese investors posting the Japanese ticker, right? So the next thing is when we take a look at the MNAV, right? It was 2.78, right? And even today, it's actually just 3, right? So every time we've seen a 3 times MNAV, actually we had a huge rebound in the stock, right? So let's hope this time is no different, and let's hope we see maybe 1,500 or something like that once again, right? Because when we take a look at all the metrics, right, actually all the metrics have improved, right? So from the time that I bought at like 600 to 800 JPY until now, actually the value of my shares have doubled, right? Obviously, it sucks that I didn't like sell out like right at the top and then buy back in, right? Because this will be like almost a 50% increase in shares, right? That's 40% right there. But at the same time, I don't think it's so easy to time the top and bottom, right? So one thing that I did mention in my past videos, right, was that when every time we see this like 87 to 89 overbought range, right, we have seen a steep correction, right? You can see it's 3 times, right? It's like a perfect predictor. So this is minus 80%, this is minus what, 60% or 70%? Yeah, 60%. And this is another minus 43%, right? So next time we see this overbought signal, maybe we should consider not selling everything, but at least trimming, right? So the last thing is, are we near the bottom, right? Unfortunately, I need to tell you that I don't have a crystal ball and I don't have the answer, right? And anyone that tells you, okay, I know exactly today we're at the bottom, right? Because the stock has rebounded 7-8%. So we were at the bottom yesterday, guys. We are going to continue going up. These people are just lying to you, right? Because no one knows like the price action of the stock, right? So what we should just focus on is actually the fundamentals, right? In this case, because at 3.3 times MNAV, they can still do the moving strike warrants. It still works. Every $1 that you sell, you get $3 back, right? And then the other thing is also their debt outstanding is quite low, so they can take convertible bonds if the stock gets too low and they don't want to depress the share price further. But one sign that we are reaching the bottom is actually this, right? Voluntary disclosure notice, right, from Dylan Leclerc. No stock slash acquisition rights were exercised Tuesday to Friday last week, right? So exercise status remains unchanged since the previous disclosure. So basically in the last week, they haven't sold any shares, right? That's why you can see that they didn't buy any Bitcoin either, right? So I don't know whether this news is causing the rebound in the stock, but I would think if it would have rebound yesterday, right? But actually after he posted it, it just got worse and worse, right? But now it's rebound, right? So we'll have to wait and see, right? Obviously, it'll be nice if they let the stock recover first, because even at a 3 times MNAV, actually they can dilute very accretively, right? But I think a lot of investors will be very battered, right? If you, let's say the first thing that it rebounds 8%, then straight away you start selling shares into the market and depress the share price even further. So actually, if the share price keeps going down, right, this doesn't work for the company, right? Because at the end of the day, if this MNAV goes to 1, the question is how do you open back the MNAV to 3, 4, or even 5, right? Because that will be a very, very difficult task. Much more difficult than just letting the stock rise maybe back to 1,500 and then you continue this dilution, right? So in summary, everything for Metaplanet is still on track, right? So I see at this point in time no reason to panic or panic sell or anything like this, right? Or think that, okay, I was up almost 3x and then now I'm only up 70-80%. I should dump all my shares, right, before I lose all my profits. I don't see any reason to do that, right? Because the MNAV that I bought and currently it's the same MNAV, right? So basically, in terms of fundamentals, the stock price has actually tracked the fundamentals, right? Obviously, when you're dealing in a very volatile stock, this can happen at any time, right? Minus 40, minus 50% in just a month, right? So this is the price you pay for admission of this very volatile stock, right? But if you zoom out, you can still see that the long-term investors, since they started this Bitcoin strategy, are up 143x, right? So if you say that this is a very, very bad performance from the stock, it's not, right? It's just a very bad 30 days. So for me, I'm completely unpanicked, right? Because for someone like me that got in just 1-2 months ago, 70% in 1-2 months is very, very good, right? So I'll take that any day of the month, right, if you ask me to. So yeah, that's about all I wanted to share today. If you did enjoy the video, do help me smash up the like button, hit subscribe, and also hit the bell button. With that being said, have a fantastic day ahead, and peace out.